Hey Rahul, what do you think we should do for this weekly recap?
So Matt, right now I'm reading the final version of the amended 2026 state budget. It makes changes to current state government funding that runs through June 30th, and this was a really big deal this year.
Anything interesting in there we could talk about?
Yeah, we've been doing all this reporting on the competing priorities between the governor and the legislature. One of those things, the governor wanted one-time income tax rebates, $250 to $500 depending on how you file. Over in the House, they wanted to do one-time property tax relief. And then the Senate, well, they put both of them together, but then made cuts in other areas, and people were kind of scrambling about it. There was issues around a $2,000 one-time bonus for state employees. Also, $325 million for a need-based college aid program.
Something the Democrats have been pushing for some time now.
That's right. And also in the end of the budget process, another thing popped up. This idea of building a state mental health hospital, the first in decades. So how do you get everybody happy? The governor added $1.4 billion of budget surplus and reserve dollars into the budget. Everybody got everything they wanted. It's kind of like Oprah.
Rahul, what about this bill that I have here?
Give it to me. We only have one copy. Look, this is Senate Bill 568. It's been filed by a group of Senate Republicans, and it deals with elections and voting. We're still going through it, but here's what we've learned so far, and here's been the reaction. So Republican State Senator Greg Dolezal's legislation would mandate the use of hand-marked paper ballots instead of the state's current electronic voting machines. Also, counties with more than one early voting location would see some changes.
So that we would not have to print so many permutations of the paper ballots, we would assign voters to an early voting location. And so the thinking there is that most people are going to vote at the early voting location closest to their home anyway, and that would be a location that would be able to stock the ballots that would be for their local county commissions and board of education, as opposed to having to provide that countywide for early voting.
Some of the other proposed changes include how voter registration challenges and recounts are handled. Dolezal wants these changes in time for the November elections. Democratic Senate Minority Leader Harold Jones says he's not had a chance to examine the new bill, but
things that you actually already tell me once again the Republican Party is trying to suppress votes. So most likely we'll 100% be opposed to it. Everything that you described tells me it's another voter suppression bill.
Dolezal pushed back on those allegations. The next step for Senate Bill 568 is to have a hearing in the Senate Ethics Committee. One other committee that we are keeping an eye on is the House Governmental Affairs Committee, where another elections and voting bill, Senate Bill 214, is sitting.